What's up guys, today you're watching this video with me by Nikki Carrion. It's called The Toxic World of Looksmaxing.
In my last video, we talked about TikTok's fear of aging. And when I was doing research for that, I ended up watching a lot of Looksmaxing TikToks. Because I was trying to see, what are the guys up to while women are over here getting needled and lasered and palm olived. And just in case you've touched grass recently, Looksmaxing is defined as the act of altering one's appearance in order to become more attractive. This is a term people started using in the 2010s on manosphere message boards such as incels.me, lookism.net, and fart/ting.edu. Me when I lie, okay, the first two were real. Suffice to say though, this word has roots in misogyny. Surprise, surprise. The more prominent subgenres of looksmaxing that I see on TikTok are softmaxing, which is kind of an umbrella term for the softcore things you can do to improve your appearance without being too extreme. Think getting a haircut or washing your face. But then there's hard maxing. This mainly applies to expensive and invasive procedures, like plastic surgery. Although there are many other subgenres, including, but not limited to, health max. There are many.
So, Looksmaxing, art maxing, surgery, fillers. I wouldn't put fillers within surgery. Aren't those just basically fluids that you put in your body? Just through a needle. Microblading, later. Isn't this micro needling? As in for the hair growth or beard growth. Then skin maxing or whatever that is. Style maxing, hair maxing, yeah.
Other subgenres, including, but not limited to, health maxing, social maxing, personality maxing, mentality maxing.
Personality maxing and mentality maxing, money maxing, social.
Money maxing?
Health maxing is what naturally leads to looks maxing. As in, consequently, if your health is good, your looks are good as well. I didn't have much health growing up, so my face stayed this way. Even if the blueprint, the genes are good, even if you have a blueprint for a beautiful broad house, if you don't get the materials and you still need a house with 5 bedrooms, you're just gonna build smaller, narrower. All of these are copes.
And edge maxing, where you
you do you. It's very hard to edge max because we just want to conclude always.
Look maxing is something that I find very interesting. As somebody who has a variety pack of mental health issues, including very interesting. As somebody who has a variety pack
do you have this one specifically?
Of mental health issues, including body
it's not surprising. Look at you, look at me. Our faces reveal that we aren't that healthy. We didn't grow up with a full, complete nutrition. Thus, our bodies just do whatever it's necessary for us to survive, to still be alive. But a lot of functions just become basically whether inactive or misfunctioning because they are secondary, they are not as necessary. You see, for example, autistic kids on sugar, on glucose, normal diet, if you put them in keto and they weren't talking before, they were nonverbal, now they talk all of a sudden because now they get a more improved nutrition.
Dysmorphia. This community is the last place I would ever go to actually improve my life, but I've chosen to pretend that I'm at an aquarium and all of the Looksmaxers.
Whether you want it or not, it's your look that define our people, how much credit people give to your words. If you are better looking, you can have the same weird, creepy, um, quirky, shy personality, and people find it cute. If you're not good looking, even if you have confidence and whatnot, and you wear some girl sunglasses as a guy, is like, what is he wearing? Because when you're not good looking, people are just always looking for things to dislike about you, to discredit you, and the other way around also
Or
applies.
just in a tank. Beautiful and unable to actually hurt me. Wow, so pretty.
And let's be honest, you wear makeup, you dyed your hair, so you, whether you consciously realize it or not, you are trying to make yourself more appealing to people. I'm not saying attractive as in sexually attractive, but I'm saying you want to be magnetizing. That's what attraction is all about, is you being a magnet, you attracting people up to you.
Wild geeky Chad. Oh, wild mugwort. Most lookmaxers that I see on TikTok are young men, but that's not to say that there's not a large community of women that are into it as well. I mean, this one girl-centric lookmaxing subreddit alone has over 40,000 members.
And what is the problem? I mean, if you are young, as in pre-19 as a woman, pre-21 as a man, there is plenty that you can do around diet, as in you can start eating way more naturally. You can get rid of all the non-food foods that you're eating, all the basically food imitating products, and eating actual real food that is found in nature, and actually trusting your senses more, as in, do you like a broccoli? They don't exist in nature, but let's imagine some leaves. Do you like them? Of course not. So trust your senses. Go eat some fruit, go eat some honey, go eat some raw dairy, go eat some meat, some fish, some yolks. Then exercise. I mean, exercise is just going to aid you, and even though it might improve the overall look of your physique doesn't improve your attraction, as in you being magnetizing, unless as a man you want to attract other men. Then skincare. The only thing you need to do as skincare is to wash your face if you work in a coal mine. If not, you don't even have to wash your face. You just have to get rid of the things that clog up after you sleep, right here. Getting enough sleep, sure. Yoga. I mean, if you want more flexibility, but it's not going to improve your looks. Your looks are from here up. Is your bust? Is it the word in English? Bust, like here. You know those rock images from here to here? It's the only part of attraction.
Lookmaxing.
Meditation, lowering stress, but I mean, if you eat properly, you already have a baseline of neutrality. Also reducing diet based, making people like you. I mean, people only like you if you're good looking. Becoming more self-aware. You shouldn't become more self-aware. It's just going to lead you to a not so positive rabbit hole. Body language, forget about it. Is my dog thinking, oh, is my body language good or not? Who cares? Just relax. Just live your life. If you are good looking, people don't care what your body language is. If you are bad looking, they now care. So fix the first. If you are under 19 as a woman and under 21 as a man, if included. If you are post, still don't care about those. If people are, just surround yourself with people who match you, so that they give you some credibility still. Because anybody who is better looking than you is not going to care about anything that you say.
Subreddit alone has over 40,000 members.
Critical mentality, that's what it said up there. I mean, this is all just like inner work, spirituality, wherever. How does it call those courses? those PNL, neuro programming linguistics, whatever. I mean, just live your life like as a dog. Like, just do what you feel like doing. Surround yourself with natural foods, and if you are still quite underdeveloped as a teen, just drink like a gallon of raw milk every single day until you bulk up, until you gain as enough health as you wish. I mean, once you get the looks that you want, it means you have enough health.
Holy crap, that's a lot of Mitski fans. Today I want to focus on the dudes though, because I feel like femcells might need an entirely different video of their own. One could even argue that women have always been looksmaxing, because the majority of what men are doing under the looksmaxing tag is literally just cleaning themselves. Like, is this not just basic?
No, really. It's just cleaning themselves. Most of Looksmaxing, as I mean, in hard maxing, they have the bone smashing and whatnot. But most, as in most of what I see guys talk about, I mean, talking, as in not showing just in a photo, besides putting stupid creams in your face, which is absolutely dumb, it's a lot about mewing, thumb pulling, chewing. Mewing and chewing, besides skincare, is they talk about doing this sort of exercise, so it reveals more of this, but it has a lot about to do with muscle, with revealing your jawline further. So yeah, it's not cleaning yourself up. Women typically, just like you, put makeup and use some base, some eyeliners and whatnot to make it look like, so to basically fool everybody that you naturally have better features, that your lips are rosier, as in more estrogen, that your eyes are more hunter-like, more healthily looking.
Hygiene?
This is one of the worst Looksmaxing guys to follow. I mean, he might understand about improving your looks, but what he says about diet and whatnot, he says a bunch of crap which is totally untrue. And he doesn't seem healthy at all in terms of his posture, I mean, in life, the things he talks about, whatnot, whatever.
I theorize that a lot of
I mean, go, for example, follow Oscar Patel, I think is his name. The guy seems way more healthy. Baby Stickley, I mean, the guy is kind of cocky, but still he seems like a cool dude. Yeah, Oscar is probably the most neutral, most down-to-earth people you can follow from the ones I've seen.
Guys are feeling the need to repackage a skincare routine as looksmaxing because toxic masculinity has made them think that doing so otherwise would make them gay. That's entirely hypothetical though. In fact, the source came to me in a dream. Washing your face is gay.
Lack of inner health.
Who said that? But hey, skincare is awesome and I love to see dudes enjoying it. I wholeheartedly love it when people do something that makes them feel more confident, when it's the healthy.
I mean, you can only get confident when you already can predict the future. I mean, I'm pretty confident if I just go down to the mall, most girls won't pay any attention to me. I'm pretty confident of that, and good-looking guys are pretty confident that they will get a lot of looks. That's why when they enter the mall, they're already smirking. They're already doing this sort of looks because with their eyes, because they already know they are going to be desired.
Amount, but unfortunately, just a little bit beneath the tip.
I mean, for me, she's talking about doing things that are actually healthy. I mean, for me, those creams and whatnot, I don't consider that healthy. That those have a lot of chemicals, hormone disruptors.
Of the looksmaxing iceberg lies.
Oh, yeah, this is probably important.
Of the looksmaxing iceberg.
Just be yourself. don't go to the gym. I mean, if you feel like going and if you feel like lifting like twice or whatever, I mean, a kid might do that once in a while. Like if you have a child or if you have your dogs, they might run or something, but it's like bursts. It's very rare. Just be yourself. Yeah, just be yourself, as in do what you feel like doing. Don't care about personality. Just your hair. Who cares? If you like it, that's all that matters. I mean, if you are hot and your hairstyle is crap, girls will still be very much into you. Hamza, who is Hamza? Andrew Tate, I mean, what is he going to teach you? To get more into the matrix, to be more obsessed with money? Supplements, I mean, if it's some raw dissected liver or whatever, but then again, it's not raw because it was dried. TikTok haircuts, money status. I mean, forget about those. You're just getting deeper into the matrix. Online dating, yeah. I mean, date whatever. It's cold approach. Yeah, I probably wouldn't cold approach. I mean, unless you're hot, but you're just gonna meet someone random off the streets. Just try to meet somebody from your groups. I mean, you can cold approach, but within your groups, within the place you work, the place you go to school, people who have for now because you're just looking for a girlfriend, not a wife. Um, Look for somebody in your circle that does somewhat a life like you. Blue eyes. I mean, this is not healthy to be obsessing over this. There is not much you can do about your eye color besides eating healthy. Game, yeah, forget that. That doesn't exist. I see your face. I mean, maybe through the puffiness. See, those are good for you. Yeah, they are not. Mewing. I mean, this is the natural posture for breathing of any mammal or whatever in the world. Glow up culture, no fab. I mean, naturally, also you only come, you only ejaculate like once a year. I mean, if you are only surrounded by one female, which is when you get her pregnant. Then the lactation period comes after 9 months, and then the next year you come again. Just if you have dogs, and they are perfectly as they come into the world, you will see they don't have sexual interest the whole year, and all of a sudden, if they eat natural, they get a huge surge of interest when the female is fertile. Ancestral diet, yeah, that's it. The primal, whatever you want to call it, even animal based will be very,
of the
very
Looksmaxing
useful. Carnivore also is pretty good, although you have to be very careful about mineral deficiency. I'd recommend you drink a lot of minerals. Crude serum. Then again, a lot of these are very toxic. Modern health lies. All modern health recommendations are not true. Just read either go watch Goatee's documentary, which is called the only black pill video that you need to watch, or go read, or both. This book by Weston Price is called Nutrition and Physical Degeneration. Beneath the tip of the Looksmaxing iceberg. Okay, this is this is the CCs. Raw milk, yeah. If you want to grow quickly, do 1 gallon a day. Most dietitians are BS, sure. All dietitians are BS. I mean, but because naturally the most healthy people in the world don't need to rely. I mean, the healthiest cows are the ones we each live in a place of abundant, moist green grass, and that aren't limited to any recommendation. They just follow their instinct. So natural humans are the healthiest humans in the world because they are in a place of abundance, if that's the case, and they just do what they eat, what they feel like eating. Butter is the best oil. No, tallow is probably better. liver is better than Accutane. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, make sure it's from a wild-fed animal or ruminant. Accutane is just something just going to destroy your health. Tretinoin, whatever that is, mouth tape before sleeping. I mean, to get you used to it, sure. If you take off your pillow and you sleep on your side, there is a certain position where your mouth will just naturally be closed all of the time. Yeah, it is important that your mouth is closed during sleep.
Lies many videos that serve as tutorials to fix things about yourself that you quite literally cannot change. For example,
you cannot change. They changed it. A lot of these people have changed
how
it.
to fix big ear.
Wear headphones all of the time. I don't know if it works.
Yeah, you don't want to have big ears like Will Smith, right? Because he has really big ears. Don't look him up. Try.
I mean, Will Smith has one of the smallest ears that you can find. This is a big ear. By the way, there is some people who say that your ears reveal how big your kidneys are. So I have huge kidneys. And yes, there is a piercing point because I used to wear ear piercings because I was not at peace with myself. And thanks to my mother who didn't allow me to tattoo myself, I am tattoo free. Because if she wouldn't put that block on me, my wrist would be filled, especially my left, but also my right wrist.
To use headphones every single time,
I
so it
was
will
right.
flatten your ear.
Although those seem way too big, they seem like they go over the ear. They have to be the on-ear version, smaller ones.
Time goes. Does this work even if I don't have a PS4 in my bathroom? Because if it does, I'm gonna have to make some arrangements. I already have my fart zone sign in there and Ryan Gosling, and they do not like change. No, but this is like saying wearing socks will make your feet smaller. So these make my feet
wearing shoes that don't make your feet smaller, as in actually the footprint, but it makes them smaller as in length because they basically crop your big feet into a rounded position. So you will end up wearing a smaller number than you should wear in terms of your footwear. I mean, if you have very tight socks, they might do just the same work, but I don't think, I mean, socks typically are very malleable.
Smaller, right? Yes. You're shaking your head. Try to wear them every single time, so it'll flatten as time goes on.
I mean, look at tribal feet. They are basically hands.
Okay, but what if I'm too short? Then what do I do? It's not like I could just wear big shoes all the time or something.
That's just coping, man. Look at your face.
Fellas, do you think she'll notice? I think it's really...
Austin Wayne, which is a very popular guy in the Looksmaxing community. The guy is extremely tall. Like he has to how do you say, doing this to pass the inner doors in a building, and he still wears like very big soles.
Funny that men complain about women wearing makeup because that's lying, but wearing stilettos to catfish your height is okay. Which, yeah, for the record,
I also think that's very. I mean, if you like some boots, I mean, girls can see that your boot has that heel or whatever you call it in English. But I mean, if it's hidden,
I think you totally do not need to do. As you already know, many of us would still love our partners even if they were a worm. And last I checked, worms are pretty short. Oh my.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Looksmaxers are also very...
I mean, there are plenty stories of women and men that their partner got uglier because of an accident, because of whatever, because of life, lack of health, and they lose interest. I know a guy who was heads over heels with her wife. Her wife is great. I mean, she's very. He admired her greatly, and he still admires, but he stopped feeling attracted to her. You can just see that.
Particular about
And
I.
it was because she had to cut all her hair, because that's how we deal with some health issues. We don't just fix them from the inside. We just do some crappy therapies, which are most definitely just going to destroy your hormones, destroy your biome, everything. By the way, censor. I'm um, you mean what I say? Is basically your gall. It works as your gallbladder. It retains a lot of toxins to basically save your body. It's like a filter. So censor, and I'm censoring myself, is basically that. It's just a filter. So if you have sensor cells, it means you are eating a lot of crap, and your body is actually saving you by basically piling the dirt in piles. So if you start eating healthy again, those piles will naturally just declutter.
Specifically, what shape are they? And do they have a negative canthal tilt or a positive canthal tilt?
Yeah, negative canthal tilt just reveals that, and I have, I don't know if that I would call it. I have something like this guy, which is like one eye is basically normal, neutral, but the other is negative. That just reveals that you were sad during a huge period of your life, which means that your biome was sad, which means that you were misnurtured. Neutral just mean, yeah, you're neutral. Positive means a lot of feeling good, so I would say either neutral or positive are the most healthy ones, but I am not informed enough to tell you from the two. Maybe this one is more cockiness, as in I don't like myself, I'm not proud of myself, and this is I'm way too proud of myself. You know what I mean? I mean, in life, neutrality is typically the most healthy thing. That's why the most healthy houses are typically very boring, and the most unhealthy houses are typically very fun with angles and whatnot.
Tilt is basically the position of the outer point of your.
Both the canthal tilt, the spacing between the eyes, whether it's this large or this close, this is all your face. Everything in your life is just a mirror of who you are. So if you improve who you are by just sitting more primally, you just feel better, you are happier in your own skin, everything will just go into place.
It could be slanted up, down, or just neutral. I honestly don't think any human being even needs to know what a canthal tilt is, because why? But Looksmaxers are convinced that you need to have a positive canthal tilt, aka hunter eyes, in order to be attractive, because otherwise you have prey eyes.
Prey eyes comes from a lot of fear, and you get a lot of fear by eating a lot of foods that cause you autoimmunity. If your body is attacking itself, then it is in a fight or flight mode. If it's in a fight or flight mode, then you're always scared. Any sort of sound just triggers you, and your face gradually becomes more herbivore-like, more prey-like. Of course, you don't want that because you're a hunter by nature. Our blueprint for our species is the one of a hunter. We have front-facing eyes. We typically have them hooded for shading.
Look more fierce.
Protection.
Unlike prey eyes where your eyebrows are up, you look kind of surprised and scared, like you are running away from the predator.
The more scared you are throughout your life every single day, whether it's because you go to school and you're shy as in scared shy, then the more prey eyes you'll develop, and the more you primarily you eat, the more confident you become, your T increases, and now you're just comfortable, you can just relax. I mean, I naturally squint a lot if I go out in a very bright area, so it looks like they are more hooded, but yeah.
Or the hunter, right?
And so what if I do have prey eyes? Have you ever seen an
If you have prey eyes, you're not as attractive because you're not as well developed human. You're a more scared human. So people are not as magnetized to you because no man wants to procreate and make children out of a scared blueprint, and no woman wants to make children out of a scared blueprint.
animals that get eaten before? Rabbit, cute. Sheep, cute. Whatever this thing is, cute. And do ponder me this.
Cute. Do you want to make sex with it? No. Friend zone. Cute. Oh, you're so cute. You don't call... You usually don't use the word cute for a guy like Richard and Ramirez. You just say hot. Because your body is literally getting hotter. Your body is literally getting ready. Once you see that guy, he's literally getting ready for intercourse. You get moist down under. Your body is literally warming up and preparing to be fecunded by such a male.
How am I supposed to take
Cute is like a kid. You don't feel sexually attracted to a kid if you're healthy. I mean, only once they reach puberty, only once they are able to make children do you feel them attracted. Because what would be the point of being attracted to somebody below the age or above the age of being fertile?
your eyes seriously when the damn deer is jerking off in this video?
Away from the predator or the hunter, right?
But in their efforts to achieve this look, they've created numerous tutorials on how to get hunter eyes. Dude, this isn't The Sims. You can't just get a new eye shape. What is a squint max? You guys need
Is you squinting, but that's why I said slight, but without people realizing you're squinting. I mean, it works. These guys, all of these guys are looking much better than they used to, way more attractive. There is one video by Baby Stickly, and he answers like, why the hell are you so obsessed with Looksmaxing? And his reply is, because I remember how you treated me when I was not as attractive.
to stop fart maxing around and start farm maxing. We need some chickens and some cows. This castle is not gonna sustain itself.
I don't know what she meant by this, but yeah, sure, eat more animals. As in whole animals. A lot of fat. You need a lot of fat to develop properly. The raw, the better. If it's a healthy, well-fed animal. Sure, eat a lot of eggs, a lot of yolks. 20 a day. Whatever, it's pasteurized and you tolerate it. Drink a gallon, half a gallon at least. At least a liter of raw milk a day. If you don't tolerate from cows, drink from sheep or goat. Depending on their diet, it will be softer or less soft of a taste.
Honestly remind me of when I was 12 years old and I would watch hypnosis videos on how to grow your boobs bigger.
If you want to grow your boobs bigger, which all women of course want, you just do what women like her did, which is eat. First of all, come from a family of people that did what I'm about to tell you, and then do what I'm going to tell you, which is eat a lot of animals. Drink blood, drink raw milk, raw dairy, have a lot of raw fat. You need to eat a lot of red meat. Eat a lot of fish if that's what you have. A lot of eggs. I mean, that's how you get like this without surgery. That's how you get big boobs, a beautiful body shape, whatever. Because looks reveal health. And a cornerstone of the Looksmaxing community, they don't even value that much. It's very underrated, but it's actually the cornerstone. Is diet. Most of these kids have been eating cereal all of their lives, and all of a sudden they started eating way more meat, way more fish, way more dairy, way more eggs. They stopped all of the cereal, all of the grains, all of these potatoes and crap or whatever. They might eat some fruit, some honey, whatever, and they improved tremendously. Of course, they have to. That's just 1 + 1 = 2. You just didn't have 2 all of this time because you were just adding up 0 with 0 with 0.
These TikToks honest how to grow your boobs bigger. Little did I know I was wasting valuable time worrying about my boobs that I could have spent reblogging. I could have reblogged harder. But lastly, the most
You could have eaten better.
coveted facial feature that you could possess in the eyes of a
Is looking like Jordan Barrett or Shito Lokowski. Is that how you say it?
Looksmaxer is a well-defined chin. Because if you don't have one of these, you're screwed, and you better start mewing
Chin or
right
jaw?
now. Mewing is the technique of flattening out your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And over time, this is supposed to realign your teeth and
I'm gonna shut this video, and before I go, I just gonna talk about 3 of the most impactful things you can do to get to this while you still can. And the first one is mewing, of course. Mewing is just you have your mouth closed at all times. That's why you shouldn't run or do exercise. And ideally, your tongue should rest on the roof of your mouth. But as a prerequisite for it to be able to suction there and to just rest there naturally, which is not as important as your mouth being always closed, your teeth need to be straight from themselves. Because my bottom teeth are like this, my jaw is recessed, but I can't just forward it because my teeth will just even worsen my top teeth. So it's a prerequisite to actually be able to suction that you have this forward growth. And thus you might not be able to suction, but you will be able to do it consciously, which is better than nothing. And having your mouth always closed, you just be attentive about this, and it becomes a habit. Secondly, you can do this sort of inverted chewing, which is you just do like this, like you're going to pray. You can do just with one hand, doesn't matter. And you just do like this. Make sure it's comfortable. If it's uncomfortable, just stop. You just do like this. So mewing comes from Dr. Mike Mew. These are learned from Baby Stickley. And I just started very recently, and I rarely do it because I'm 28 and I don't have much hope because of passing my growth age. And then the third one, I mean, if you're 18, I mean, you'll see wonders from all of these. The third one is thumb pulling, and I learned this from Oscar Patel. Go check his Instagram. You just grab your thumbs and you place them right here, and you do like this. You see these teeth? You have the big ones, the second ones, and the third one. Before the molars start, you place your fingers right there. And now it doesn't matter where these go, and you just push to the top. You don't press the teeth, you press the roof very close to those teeth. Like like this, upwards and outwards, and you will feel, and make sure you do this very comfortable, very with your head straight, maybe supported by a wall. Make sure you do this carefully. You are opening the sutures on the roof of your mouth, on your skull, so that you can get some opening, some enlargement sideways. So you do this to make this more prominent. You do mewing to make this more prominent, and you do the thumb pulling to make this more broad. And there are others, but these are the three main ones, which are still pretty healthy and will give you great results. Thank you, Nikki, for making this video. Congrats. I mean, it is important to reveal and to call out people that there's a lot of things in a lot of community that are not good for them. Sometimes people go too far because of this obsession. That's why I go always from a place of nutrition, because if you feed yourself well, you're just more well, you're more at peace, and you do things with more rationale, more calmly. You don't overdo anything because you're at a more calm, less desperate place within yourself. You're more at peace. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a nice 2025.